The fence around the circular pool is 75 feet long. What is the radius? Use 3.14 for pi. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. Do not include units in your answer. So for me, the first thing I'm going to do is draw a pool, draw a sketch. And then I'm thinking here we have a fence around a circular pool. So that's going around the outside here. And as soon as I see what I'm drawing, I realize that what we're talking about is the circumference. And so we have a circumference of 75. There are two circumference formulas. So I'm going to use the one that involves radius because I'm being asked to find the radius. So I'm going to use circumference equals 2 pi r for my work. Now from here, once I've identified the formula I'm going to use, I'm going to substitute in the values. So for the circumference, I'll put 75. And then we still have the value of 2. And when I read the question, it says I should use 3.14 for pi. So I'll put that in here. And then I'm still multiplying by the radius. The first thing I think I'm going to do is actually multiply those two values together. You don't have to, but for me, it will make it easier to do the division that's coming up next. So I'm going to leave the 75. 2 times 3.14 is 6.28. I'm still multiplying by r. I will divide both sides by 6.28. I'm doing that on both sides so it stays in balance. When I divide 6.28 by 6.28, it gives me a coefficient of 1. So now I have 1r. That's what I was hoping for. On the other side, I'm going to divide top to bottom, just like writing. 75 divided by 6.28 gives me 11.94, and it keeps going from there. I don't need to do much more there because it says I should round my answer to the nearest whole number. So I'll start with the 11, looking at the next value after the next digit is 9, and that's going to have me round up. So I'm going to say that the radius is equal to 12. If you picked the wrong answer of 8, I'm not sure how you got yourself to that answer. As you know now, the correct answer was 12. I'm thinking some of the things that might have gone wrong as you were doing this problem. One is, or some of the strategies to help you do a better job could be, number one, drawing a sketch. I really like to draw a sketch. I find that when I do this, it gives me a very clear picture of the work I'm doing, and that helps me increase my accuracy a lot. I also use the formulas, so I always start with the formula because it acts kind of like a recipe, and then I put in the pieces that I have where they belong, and it really keeps my work organized and clear. Another thing that I'm wondering about is, did you get confused about the vocabulary words? We have radius, we have circumference, we have a whole bunch of words in here that are challenging. So if you're not sure about the vocabulary, you might want to spend some time learning and memorizing it so that it'll be easier to do problems like this in the future.